Upon an island hard to reach, the east beast sits upon his beach. Upon the west beach sits the west beast. Each beach beast thinks he is the best beast. Happy Softball Sunday, everybody. Of course, I'm sure most of you are already well aware that Eddie Vedder was on The Howard Stern Show, during which he played his moving rendition of the beautiful song Keep Me in Your Heart by Warren Zevon. So that is what we are doing on this Softball Sunday. But first, let's check in with my buddy Seb, who is running all the way across the entire world.
Hey Ryan, great to see you and your Kermit frogs and your guitars, and that's a cool little setup.
I got a cryptic message from you. It was just a picture of the ocean. Am I to understand that you have made it all the way from the east beach to the west beach?
Yes. It's like
That's right.
Yeah, the beginning of the journey in reverse. So at the beginning I ran from Miami up the East Coast. That's like chapter 1. Chapter 2 is crossing the middle. And now we're on to chapter 3. I'm going to run south. Yeah, depending what way you're looking at the map. I'm now running south towards the Hollywood sign, so I get to run some of the West Coast.
You can find the rest of that really fun conversation at the end of this video, and of course I will link to Seb's thrilling YouTube channel in the description. The original song is in a 4 count, but Eddie Vedder played it in a 3 count, which means we are going to use the strumming pattern in ubiquitum for all songs in a 3 or 6 count, except for that one Foo Fighters song, which is to say, down, up. That's it. Grab yourself a G chord. And then we are going to play possibly one of the most lovely chords one can play on the guitar, G major 7. And there's lots of ways to play G major 7, but the way in question is get rid of your pinky finger and put your pointer finger down on the E string 2nd fret. See what I mean? Followed by C add 9, which is just like your G chord, but middle and pointer fingers are moving one string down towards the floor. Also, Eddie Vedder took his pinky finger off, exposing that E note, which is fine. There's an E note on the D string 2nd fret already in this chord, so adding another E note doesn't change the fact that it's C add 9. It's nutshell C add 9. Back to G. And then 2 measures worth of our C add 9. And 2 of G. So, G, G major 7, C add 9, G, C add 9, G. But when he gets to the sha-la-la part, either this is completely on purpose or the fact that the actual song is in 4, and that's what he was hearing in his head, caught up to him. And he did switch to 4 there and remain in 4. So you can stay in 3, sha-la-la-la, and so forth. Or you can change your strumming pattern to be a 4 count strumming pattern. You could keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just all downs. Or do down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. You kind of waffled between those two. Whatever you like as a 4 count is just fine. Hold me in your thoughts, take me in your dreams. The bridge is going to start with our C add 9. And then go to G with a B in the bass. Just lose your middle finger and put your pointer finger on the A string 2nd fret. Then A minor 7, which is A minor with no ring finger. And G for the first half. The second half starts the same. Do our A minor 7, but he hangs there for quite some time. And then we want D7, but we're going to start out with the sus4. So D7 is G2, B1, E2. It's like an inside-out D. But let's start with E3 with your pinky finger. And let it fall down to regular D7. And that's it. At the end of the song, he does the reprise of Keep Me in Your Heart for a while, C add 9 G, a whole bunch of times. Howard Stern says what we're all thinking. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here for that one, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that was fun and helpful, of course. And before we get back to my really fun conversation with Seb, I thought we'd start making Sundays the day we do the Evolution Bell comments. The Evolution Bell, the bell that fights back. And today's Evolution Bell worthy comment comes from Mr. Christopher Hawley, who says, okay, so I took away my thumbs down, but I still don't like your face. Christopher, I suggest when learning from my videos, you put your thumb up and watch them like this. Thank you so much for your comment. Everybody, have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you enjoy. Towards the Hollywood sign, and are you going to stick mostly to the beach?
Mostly. I like the beach because I can jump in the ocean to refresh and cool down, although it's winter anyway, so I probably won't be too hot. But there's always hotels, there's tourism, there's little shops, cafes, maybe even showers. There's a lot of things along there. But I have heard of a trail called the John Muir, M-U-I-R. Do you know that one?
John,
and a lot of people
John Mir. You just say Mir, like the Russian satellite. And
okay.
Yeah, and he was the guy who told Eisenhower or whoever to preserve all the land.
Right. Well, a lot of people have recommended it. They said if you're going south anyway, you're going right past it. I'll have to go inland a bit, but I can do that, and it will mix up the journey a little bit. So it'll be coast, past San Francisco. I'm quite far north. I'm close to Oregon, where the big redwoods, like the massive redwoods, are. We drove my friend's Jeep through a tree.
That's amazing. And your friend, so where did you find that guy? I saw he was following you for a spell with some supplies.
Yeah, this is an amazing, really what the journey is really about. It's not just about a guy running along. That would be a boring documentary. It's about the unexpected kindness of people. And a lot of these people I've met through an app called Couch Surfing, which is kind of like you find friends to stay with or host. There's kind of hosts and guests, and it links the two up. But it's not Airbnb. There's no money exchanged. It's just a way of finding cool friends and cool places to stay. So I met him in Missouri, approximately halfway, and he asked me, what's going to be the toughest part? Like, what are you dreading most? And I was like, not much hesitation. The desert, the part where there's no water, no trees, because I sleep in a hammock, remember? And he's like, I love the desert. I'll drive you across.
And so this gentleman was able to take what, days and weeks out of his life?
Yeah, initially he took 1 week, and then it was like we were in such a rush that I started to think maybe I could do some like fundraising with my audience and tell them what's going on, and share the real story. So we sat down on one of the videos and said, look, here's the deal. We could just quickly drive across and drop me off. Or we could make some more videos of actually running through the desert. We were like going to Vegas, going to Moab, over all these crazy rocks, because he's got a Jeep that will do, incredible things. So I can run, he can drive, and we can go over all these desert terrain that people have probably never even seen. And that's exactly what we did. We raised enough money for an extra week so that he didn't have to go back to work, and we could cover the fuel, and he could drop me off quite far north in California, where I am now.
That's incredible. John Muir's house is in Martinez, if you care to see his house. Martinez, California, and 2 beavers live there also. Not at his house, but in Martinez.
2 beavers? The animals, the beavers? All right.
Yep. I used to live in the next town from Martinez. The beavers are quite the famous thing there.
Okay. I never know with you Americans, when you say beavers, often that's referring to some like sports team. You've got like the beavers. Even, Teen Wolf. I'm looking a bit like Teen Wolf. His team was the Beavers.
That's funny. No, it's the actual animal. The actual animal beavers live there. Yeah. Yeah. And along the lines of beavers, I now live in the middle of nowhere, as you know, and our neighbors have lived here forever. This is their place, and we're the noobs, right? And I am officially not allowed to get any beavers for the property. It has been discussed.
Yeah, you'll disturb the ecology because you've got tortoises, right?
Yeah, well, the beavers are native to here, so it would be fine in terms of ecology, but they're concerned about the farmers who rely on the streams downstream for their crops.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. They'll be building dams. You can't tell them. It's like telling a dog not to dig a hole or bury a bone. Right.
Bad beaver. Yeah, and the tortoises are we have a big area for them, but they just can't go wherever they want. So that's fine. So what are your plans once you get to the Hollywood sign? What happens next?
Okay. There's definitely a moment I've planned for a while where I've been growing all this hair to look like the end of Forrest Gump, where he kind of walks and stops and says, "I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now." And pretty much beyond there, I kind of don't want to reveal too much. I want to keep it a secret. So I'm going to go home now. We'll see what happens next. I want it to be a surprise.
So the plan is to keep people guessing. I love it.
Yeah, I always like to keep people guessing, keeps them on their toes. And I'm always spoofing and parodying a few different movies. We did Truman shows. I exited out the door, in case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Um, we did definitely some Forrest Gump. I sat on the actual Forrest Gump bench in Savannah, Georgia, with a box of chocolates, and a white suit. We just did Dumb and Dumber in Vegas with the orange and blue tuxedos.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that one.
yeah, I suppose this will be ending Forrest Gump and possibly starting a next movie. We'll see.
That's incredible. And how long did it take you roughly to make it from the East Beach to the West Beach?
About 380 something days. It's over a year. I like to keep track of the exact number of days because it sounds cool. 384, something like that.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
So then
exactly.
in
387.
Awesome. And then in the event that you make a bout face and run back southward, seems like I'll have between 384 and 410 days to prepare the hammock for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, in the actual Forrest Gump movie, he just got to the coast and he said, since I run this far, I figured to the ocean, I'd turn around and run to another ocean. Who knows? Part of the reason I don't reveal all is because I genuinely don't know myself, especially with all these current travel restrictions. My definite goal is Fiji, and that is really a tongue-in-cheek caused by the Truman Show. Because in the Truman Show, he always dreams of going to Fiji. You can't get any further away before you start coming back.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Well, now I hate to admit it, but I don't know where Fiji is, so my next task is to figure that one out. But
it's funny you say that because in the movie, when he says he wants to go to Fiji, his friend jokingly says, because he doesn't want him to leave, "Where's Fiji? Near Florida?" So that's what started me in Miami. Was my friend said, "Where's Fiji? Near Florida?" So I flew to Florida. And I said, "Hi, I'm here to go to Fiji." And they said, "No, it's Australia." And I was like, "Oh, no."
That's amazing. Well, Seb, a hearty congratulations on leg one complete.
Woo!
And we will all look forward to the next time we check in with you. This will be fun. Everybody seems to enjoy the check-ins, and I hope some of them are making their way over to your channel.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a Ryan fan, come and say hi to, I'm here from Ryan's channel. That would be awesome to know who's from where. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck, sir. Enjoy the remaining hours of your hotel, and I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for calling. Over and out.
Over and out. Cheers.